It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Ay, they thinking I'm triggered, you better pull it. I'm the last dragon, first nigga to bite the bullet. I'm one of the illest to pursue this. Niggas is foolish to play with me, but I'm sticking to it. You gotta check for the publishing. I might need a Pulitzer out of Jekyll and Hyde. Flipping these people are puzzling. They come from my perspective. The love is so humble and disagree and they attack you. They wish they could muzzle them. Got respect for the miles. Wrist chilly, I covered it. Took a covenant, promised to get this cheese. No assistance from the government. Suffering in the city just enough to get by. Now I laugh at my struggle similar to Kawhi. Money and murder, we know that it's sanctioned. I only trust Benjamin Franklin. I feel like I'm Langston with a hue opposite of my sanctum. All these rap niggas, y'all stand, I lyrically spank them. I tap of them on if I'm in. If I was single, I ask for a date with Glorilla Speedy. That's pretty moment I'm in. My tumbo finger meaning nobody scoring on me. The last second I'm pulling like Robert Horry, homie, please. Everything I spend to appease. I've been the best since Pinstripe Lees. I've been the beast since franchise snapping in them big white tees. I'm feeling blessed and I ain't even sneeze, so grip these, nigga. I'm a creator, no Tyler. Pull heat from the hip, make them shake like Tyler. That's a double entendre. The boy got a glow like a 9 to all these brands on the nigga. You would think I was sponsored. Shout, it might need a podcast. Feedback on the mic like a fucked up broadcast. These birds ran through, gotta look up the Carfax. Realist in 4K, gotta step up your format, nigga.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we got a lot to unpack, all right? So, number one, we got Fat Joe and Young Buck, right? Now, a few days ago, Fat Joe went viral for detailing a situation of seeing Young Buck in the club at the height of the G-Unit beef. Fat Joe was on the receiving end of the beef. Jadakiss was on the receiving end of the beef. And a lot of folks were going to war with G-Unit. You know what I'm saying? Murder Inc., that whole situation, right? Now, at the height of all of this stuff, Young Buck was one of the guys who was really holding the fort down with G-Unit, right? Remember, at the, the Source Awards, Young Buck got arrested for allegedly stabbing somebody in the crowd because they was trying to get at 50 and all of them, and he was protecting Dr. Dre or something like that. So Young Buck was out here putting Cashville on the map in the booth and in the streets. You get what I'm saying? So Fat Joe, Young Buck, they saw each other in the club. Apparently there was some type of melee. Fat Joe claims that Young Buck got beat the fuck up by some Terror Squad niggas, all right? Before Young Buck really spoke out about it, Young Buck's former DJ came out and said, that ain't how the story went. Now, another layer to the story is, of course, Fat Joe and the stories he tells on his own Instagram or on the Joe and Jada show. A lot of people say Fat Joe be capping, right? Some of the stuff he says turns out to be true. Some of the stuff he says might be a true scenario, but maybe the result may not be exactly as he says it, right? So people like, yo, man, this nigga be out here lying like a motherfucker. In this situation, Young Buck is saying it definitely didn't go like that. Young Buck decided to release a diss track. So we're going to get to that as well. On the other spectrum, we have AI artist Xania Monet. Yeah, that Xania Monet, the girl who recently came out, did the motherfucking interviews on the news talking about, yeah, you know, I write poetry and I put my poetry in the Suno and I make songs. I'm an artist. That girl, right? She has an AI image out here putting out AI songs. It ain't her motherfucking voice. They got her all in the charts. They putting her all up in the press. And now, as real artists, real people who actually have worked in the music industry for decades, real people who have made hits with their own voice and their own pen, they come out and say, man, we not with that shit. Xania Monet is firing back with a diss record of her own because she don't like how her credibility is being attacked. We're going to get into that too, all in the same show, because apparently 'tis the season for lyrical treason. Okay? But I'm going to start with the Fat Joe and Young Buck situation, we'll work our way to the fucking Xania Monet. So here we are. It says Fat Joe reveals his crew once beat up Young Buck in Chicago after Young Buck tried to front on him during the height of Fat Joe's beef with G-Unit. Just gonna play this. You might have already seen or heard it, but just giving you the details to build the story.
I'll tell you breaking news if I never told nobody or said this story before, but because we saying it, I might as well. But you know, I caught Young Buck in that time.
Oh shit!
Y'all never heard that story?
You know he ain't gonna tell 50 that.
Yeah.
Off rip, when you say you caught Young Buck, yeah, it's gonna go left. I don't even know why Fat Joe playing like that.
Young Buck.
Tell us the story, because he ain't gonna tell.
Man, he got 2-piece legend. Like,
oh shit.
yeah, Young Buck, man. That nigga tried to front on me. He said, yo, I'm telling you. He put hands on Buck. I'm telling you.
Supposed to be no head.
No.
Oh,
all right.
man.
So
no
happened?
Story or you want the story?
I want the story.
I
never heard
this. Nigga,
I'm out of
so I'm at like a winter jam, not a summer jam.
Found out Fat Joe and them put hands on Young Buck. Now that's so far. I was just thinking this shit in my head. Go ahead. Just,
keep writing, Murder. Keep writing.
I'm over here writing while we doing
to this point, he said, yo, Fat Joe a real nigga. He never told that story. To this point, he said Fat Joe real. I didn't. We was talking shit.
You already said it.
All right, fuck it.
Nah, fuck that.
Oh,
Finish
tell
that
the story.
shit. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I need this shit.
never
Finish
heard
that
this
shit, Joe.
Damn, I want to go to Nashville, Tennessee one day.
It's all good.
I was just supposed to go out there, and I need.
You ain't got nothing to do with this.
You just deaded my money in that. Go ahead.
So what happened, man?
Go ahead, man.
Nah, he fronted on me.
Mm.
Oh.
So we in Chicago, right? And if you talk about the Pistol Pete little niggas, no, I had the ugly ones with me.
Ugly ones.
Ugly ones with me, right? In Chicago. And so I'm coming off stage. It's like a summer jam, but a winter jam. Right? It was winter, right? So everybody on there, Young Jeezy, Fab, there was a lot of witnesses too. I don't know. They don't never tell my stories when I'm the victor, I never hear the story. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting off the stage and it's dumb dark. Like it's mad dark. And there was somebody up on the second thing. He was like, yo, crack. But I just got off stage. I'm ripping it down. Chicago, I'm walking out and says, yo, crack. You hear me, nigga? I look up. Oh, it's Young Buck. I got a water bottle in my hand. Like, fuck out of here. I throw the water bottle up there. I said, come down, pussy. Come down, pussy.
Damn.
Like, come down, pussy.
Damn.
Yo, I'm going crazy.
Oh.
You know, I don't never get like,
So when he came down,
I don't know. I don't get tested. Like, it's very hard to test me. Yeah, yo, I'm telling you, I'm going.
Come on, man.
I just black out. So I'm waiting for the nigga. The nigga up there, he got to come down the staircase, right? So I'm losing my mind, right? Like, yo, come, nigga. Come. He had a bunch of niggas with him, too. A bunch of Chicago dudes with him, right? So the cops come and they form like a barricade. Like, there's like 5 cops. They close the staircase so he won't come. He took too long to come down, by the way. Like, you know, when you see a nigga, you ready to tear him up. You down.
Get the
Yeah. He's taking too long, right? And so when he comes down, he's in the staircase and he's trying to tell me like, yo, this ain't got nothing to do. But he was just talking crazy. He tested me to see if Fat Joe was pussy. You know, a lot of niggas is pussy. They act
Joe,
like
you
they
sure he
tough,
just
but you
wasn't
catch
saying
them.
what up? Like he said,
Hell no. It was at the height of the beef.
Oh.
So he's in the staircase, yo, I wasn't this and that. But he poked his head out just 1 second over the cop's thing. The nigga caught the... Niggas like,
what he do?
Even the barber hit him.
So what he do?
Even the barber.
Even the barber hit him?
He hit us with the mop bag. Yo, it wasn't like that. This, that.
Damn.
Then we jump. I tell you, I had that was
Shit sad.
I had the ugly niggas with me.
My bad. I'm just thinking little lines again.
No, I'm just telling you. It was like this. Yo, it happened.
I never heard this story. This is the first time.
I'm telling you the truth.
That's great. Not believe
a lot
it.
of stories we never heard. He
You don't want to come up here.
he can't come up here anyway.
Why?
Because the
You
nigga
say
ain't
his
down
part?
with the movement no more. He can't come up here.
Part.
say his, what he gonna say? I'll tell him in his face. Come on, Jada, you fucking with
Listen,
the
I know.
Wow. I'm just now seeing this shit. I heard about it, but I'm just now seeing this shit play out in real time now. Fat Joe, man, you tripping, dog. Everybody in the room damn near tripping for real. And I only say that, right, because, well, let me not say everybody in the room. I'll say Tony Yayo specifically. Tony Yayo specifically is tripping. Now, I know he has his loyalties to 50 Cent, and 50 Cent don't fuck around, right? And Young Buck, he's isolated, right? Yayo and Uncle Murder, they still ride with 50. They still tour with 50 whenever he goes out. 50 got a show. They're the hype men. They still open up his shows to this day, right? Uncle Murder has become Tony Yayo Part 2 in recent years. How? I don't know. But nonetheless, they still playing loyalty, so they're not gonna go against 50 in no way ever. But my issue with Yayo is he's seen Buck get down. He's seen Buck put his physical health and life on the line, in the line of fire with G-Unit when them niggas was bullying their way into the industry. And niggas had to see them out in public and shit could go left, right, or somewhere in between. So I would think at some point you gotta at least say, man, Buck got heart, Buck got something. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he a tough nigga because you still rolling with 50, but yeah, or say, hey, I know Buck a crazy motherfucker. He'll get out there and do something. You know, Tony Yayo got recent interviews talking about how Eminem jumped out and tried to fight Suge Knight. Y'all can believe whatever you want to. I'm sure he screamed and said some shit, but toe to toe, I don't know. Eminem, you gonna have to let me know what happened. Send me a memo. Mail it to me. You ain't got to send an email. I know you like to be off the grid. But shit, man. So, least you could do is just say, Buck crazy as hell, man. I can see him trying some shit. Now, as for Fat Joe's story, one thing, and y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Maybe y'all got crews and y'all claim when your crew jump on a nigga, it's a victory for you. Maybe that's how y'all get down. But it sounded to me like in that barricade melee situation, when Buck was trying to get through, it sounded like your homies jumped off and tried to catch him. Don't really sound like Fat Joe really threw it. Now, I've heard Fat Joe in the past when I was a young nigga coming up, and I'm not from New York, but I used to hear stories about how Fat Joe was the realest motherfucker in the streets. Terror Squad was out here really terrorizing New York, and Fat Joe was really with the get down. That's what I used to hear, right? I heard about how Fat Joe and goddamn Big Pun kidnapped Who Kid, who DJs for 50, for leaking out some shit. Threw him in the back of the motherfucking van and was rolling him through the city, had that motherfucker scared for his life. I heard about crazy shit. Now, I ain't trying to say nothing about Fat Joe in that regard, but it sounds to me like it was your boys. I don't think that's something you should really talk about in 2025, especially if you didn't personally hand out the humble pie. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? But that being stated, Young Buck's DJ, who was actually there, and he's no longer Buck's DJ. I don't even know if him and Young Buck are still cool to this day. But he came out and said the story didn't really go exactly how Fat Joe put it out there. So according to him, he says that there was no fight, no pieces thrown, and no disrespect toward Buck or G-Unit. Just police presence from the moment Joe arrived until he left. He says the internet ran with the wrong narrative, and what really happened has been regular barbershop talk for years. His message is simple. If Buck's name comes up, make sure the facts come with it.
Hey, yo, what up? Hey, look, I'm DJ Don Juan, right? I was Young Buck's DJ from 2006 to like 2008. And yesterday I'm wondering why I'm seeing this post about Fat Joe and this 2-piece biscuit. And so I finally stopped and watched it today, and look, man, the majority of people I know that Joe is a percentage-wise cap. There's always like something and then there's something. And it is what it is. I don't personally know Joe. I know cats that do. It is what it is. I'm not hating on podcasts. I'm a huge fan of Jadakiss, what I'm saying, the whole joint. You see how he just kind of put the pillow over. Look, man, I love entertainment, but I was actually there at that Chicago show. And it was a lot of people, yes, and we were up on a top tier. And I was specifically watching this. I'm not the goon, I'm the DJ. So I'm watching everything from like, everybody's in front of me and I'm right there, right? I see this. I'm right there at that tunnel that comes down. What Joe is lying at is Joe pulled up at the bottom of that tunnel with 4 cops with him. Like they were surrounding him. Like there was already a tension in the air that the beef was going on and that Buck was gonna be there. And Joe was moving around the whole time with police. I'm not knocking that. That's just exactly what happened. The police didn't just randomly pop up and form some type of barricade at the tunnel. They was already with him. And yes, the police did form a barricade, but they was rolling with him from the stage all the way back to his tour bus. They was there. Buck was barking from the top. The whole crew was, because Buck was down for the unit. Buck was down for 50. I know things have happened, but everywhere we went, you was not going to disrespect 50 Cent in front of young Buck. So Buck was like, he was barking at him, right? Joe comes into view at the bottom of that tunnel and looks up at Buck and says, yo, Buck, no disrespect to you, but fuck 50. And when he said that, like Buck just turned into an animal and they just rammed down that corridor to come down. Like it was a big arena. We were in Chicago. And he starts coming down, but he can't get to him because of the police. Buck and Joe and them, as soon as Buck started coming, Joe and them took off to go to the tour buses, bro. And I don't get it. I know it's cap, and they say all news is good news or whatever for the game, for like this business that we're in. And it's funny looking at the memes and stuff like that. But 2-piece biscuit where? Literally. I might as well just been the journalist. I'm the DJ. I'm not the goon, dude. Like, I'm not on the front line ready to go to war physically like that, especially at that time, right? Nowadays, it's a little bit different. But back then, I was very young, was new to the whole play. It's cap, bro. It's cap. Coach PR reposted it. They know it's other people. RP Tick, Tiller and all them. It's cap, bro. Why, though? And now, bring Buck up on the podcast then. Like I said, like Joe is cap, man. It's all for entertainment though. So I was actually there. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. No 2-piece, no biscuit, just Fat Joe with police from the moment he went on stage to the moment he came off stage and to back of his tour bus, which was probably smart on his part. Because like I said, Buck was not playing no games back then when it came to anything dealing with G-Unit, 50 Cent, any of that. And Buck definitely had them goons with him, them Grrrls with him. They weren't all from Chicago. Some of them was from the Ville. It was with us everywhere we went. And best believe, yeah. So anyway, shout out to Buck. You know what I'm saying? Joe can keep capping. Shout out to them in their podcast. They ain't tripping, do numbers. But there was no 2-piece and no biscuit. I was there.
All right. So this gentleman comes out and says, no such thing occurred. All right. He says Fat Joe did extend to say, no disrespect to you, but fuck 50, which honestly, that's kind of plausible because a lot of people didn't rock with 50 because 50 was out here trying to eliminate anybody who stood next to Ja Rule, did the song. That's why he dissed Jadakiss. That's why he dissed Fat Joe, is because they did the New York song with him. There was no other beef outside of that, right? And at the time, a lot of people would diss 50, but weren't necessarily going at Buck, weren't necessarily going at Banks, weren't necessarily going at, hell, Yayo either. You know what I'm saying? And in kind, in some of those beefs that existed, you didn't hear a lot of shit coming from those niggas at the Fat Joes and the Jadas either. Like there was still some line of respect, even though it was like, we got to ride with 50, but shit, we actually like these niggas. And it was kind of the same on the other end. Other folks have come out and said these things. Tony Yayo has interviews talking about how he had to just kind of play the back on some of the beefs because we really do like these niggas, but fuck it, we riding with 50. He has interviews saying that, you know what I mean? So I can see the plausibility in Fat Joe being like, no disrespect to you, but fuck 50. But from Fat Joe's perspective, he's saying Buck was screaming from the top of the guy, was in the stands in the second row saying, fuck you, what's up? And however it happened, he claims the police barricade, which there was clearly a police barricade, because this guy also said that there was police surrounding Fat Joe the whole night, which I find to be interesting because when everybody was going at 50, that was one of their main points of pointing out with 50. Like, nigga, you roll with the cops. You got security. You got all these cops with you. Now come to find out, everybody had the police with them. And like this guy said, for good reason. Y'all are the motherfucking breadwinners. Y'all are going out there getting on stage. Y'all are the ones putting out multi-gold, platinum records, hits on the radio. Y'all should be rolling with motherfucking security. If you ain't, especially at that time, you crazy as fuck. So I'm pretty much prone to believe a good deal of what this DJ is saying, although I don't know who the hell he is, right? Now let's get to Young Buck taking it to the booth. Hell, he made a music video for this motherfucker too. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me run this shit back.
I'ma make you niggas stop playing with me, man. It's Buck. Yeah, I'm right here, bitch. Hey! Every day some new shit. These rappers need to quit teaming up on these podcasts, making these little skits. Joe, I'm recovered, let me talk a little bit. Said you gave me a 2-piece, well here's the biscuit. Told the story, but you just had to go and twist it. Thought I would miss it. You threw a bottle of water and didn't think that I would risk it. I ought to take it there, but I'm not gonna act like this scripted. Just here to tell the truth so the fans can't get conflicted. No hands was put on nobody, even though I attempted. I don't know if it's just you, Fat Joe, or the Ozempic, but speak facts when you say my name. This ain't the Rucker Park, I don't play them type of games. This capping done got out of control out here, man. Keep it real with yourself before you try to keep it real with anybody else. You know what's up. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, who kid, this shit been too long. People been saying shit ain't the same now since Banks and you gone. Really a whole lot done changed now, Maybach is two-tone. Still the switches on the back, I screw the silencer on. Lost my job like Ebro and went and picked up a kilo. I'ma get it regardless, y'all ask 50, he know. Here I go, saving the day again, Buck the hero. New Jack City, Nino, came back from zero. The inside of the Chevy look like a bag of Cheetos. Ain't a day that you can say that my trap house been closed. Ain't no way that I'm gonna play with these rappers, white they know. All these years and I'm still a big factor. I'm just one of them ones. Cold. Yeah. You know? Play with your bitch, don't play with me, man. You know? I know you rappers, a lot of you rappers is really starving. Y'all shit ain't selling no more. You looking for new outlets and shit, but you know.
Now we gotta stop it right there, Young Buck. You one of them rappers who shit ain't selling. Now we gotta be very clear about the situation. Love to Young Buck. I'm actually a bit, man, I told y'all I grew up in the G Unit era. Nigga, I had G Unit t-shirts back in the day. Yes, I did. A couple of them. Not too many of them, but a couple of them. You feel me? So I'm more than qualified to speak. You know what I mean? I was a huge 50 fan. I had Get Rich or Die Trying. I had motherfucking The Massacre. I had the bootleg version of The Massacre that actually sounded maybe a little bit better than the real version of the album. Because, of course, you know, the bootleg Massacre had How We Do and some of them songs that he gave Game. Nigga, I had Hunger for More by Banks. What, nigga? I had Rotten Apple by Banks. I had motherfucking Welcome to Cashville by Young Buck. I had Buck the World by Young Buck. Listen to Young Buck albums. He might have had some of the hardest beats out the motherfucking unit. Hell, maybe even some of the hardest songs. Buck used to go. I still bump Let Me In. I bet you won't let me in with this 9, nigga. Hell, we talking about bang, bang. I shot you down. That bitch hard than a bitch. But Young Buck, let's not act like nobody outside of this. Can you name the last Young Buck song you listened to? Can you name the last Young Buck song that's came across your timeline? Can you name the last time you seen Young Buck touring in your city and you said, let me buy me a ticket? This ain't for me to shit on Young Buck. I'm just being honest. We being real across the board. I can't be fake in a video where we trying to be real. Okay? So all of y'all are pretty much on the same level. Y'all are elder statesmen in hip hop, surviving off shows. Joe and Jada said, hey, we got to get this bag on this podcast tip. Smart move. So anything beyond that, y'all want to talk about character? Y'all want to talk about what happened? Y'all want to talk about truth versus lies? Y'all want to talk about who rapped better back then or now? Y'all are fair game. I can only give an opinion. But the fact of the matter is, to say y'all niggas ain't selling and got to find something to do, sound like it, everybody looking in the mirror with that one. All right? But I ain't got no problems. Salute to everybody, I guess. Now, let's get to this Xania Monet situation, all right? Y'all know Kehlani has been staunchly against her. She feels like even some of her music may have been trained, even with the creation of Xania Monet. K. Michelle came out, said she's preparing a lawsuit because she feels like her music has also been fed into the algorithm to create this character. Victoria Monet has come out and said, hey, y'all chose that name. Why would y'all use a name that's confusing with somebody like me? I feel like y'all may have trained this motherfucking AI on some of my shit too. We have a video here of Kehlani doubling down on her stance just a few days, well, about a month ago, with the cruise show in LA, where she says, why am I competing with a computer? She calls out the people behind AI artists for lying about writing music while only prompting, and says AI just steals voices and mixes them together, which we know, we've talked about extensively over here, so much to the point that I'm almost tired of even talking about it. But when situations like these occur, it keeps bringing it back up.
The moment you can equate prompting something and having it make this entire, and I think what I think is people, I don't think the public knows how AI music works. I think that they're saying, and I'm going to use the girl for an example, they're arguing with us saying, no, she's writing these songs and then just this thing is creating the image and the voice. No. All you have to do is prompt the AI. As in, I can go in right now and say, I want a mid-tempo ballad that relates to this certain demographic of people that talks about this kind of struggle, that has brandy ad-libs, brandy vocals, a third verse, a key change, a modulation, and then see what it gives me back. And then go, maybe I don't really like that. How about a second verse that has something to do with joy and then losing your joy? That's not writing a song. That's erasing all these incredible songwriters in the history who were able to transmute emotion and able to learn song structure and go, wow, how do I get him in the first verse? How do I translate this conversation that we're having into these 4 lines?
And I want to just go ahead and jump in here. We hear a lot of bad songs throughout the year. You know, we hear probably more bad shit than good shit. So that should tell you how intricate songwriting really is, especially when you're good at it. Being good at this shit should be rewarded, especially if you're in a position where your music is out there reaching the people, you're able to tour, you're able to make a living from this shit. And it shouldn't be, and y'all got to take this up with y'all labels too, it shouldn't be in no fucking licensing deal for them to just pass on over, or for them niggas to raid y'all shit. The label says, hey, we're fighting for the artists, and then they cut them niggas a deal, say, well, we'll give y'all a certain percentage of the company, or we'll give you a certain percentage of the proceeds, and then they sell y'all ass down the river and sign off on that bitch while y'all still looking crazy like, but they still got my shit in the algorithm, don't they? I never signed off on that. But back to my original point. The art of songwriting ain't no easy shit. Yeah, everybody can write a song, but not everybody can write a good song, a real song, something that people gonna live with for decades or want to play repeatedly. And y'all just letting these motherfucking computers come up with some shit and say, oh, well, I put my poems in here. Nigga, don't nobody want to hear that shit. Release your poems in a goddamn book. Release your poems on Spotify if you want to. Make a fucking poetry album. There's a lot of people that do that. Shout out to Queen Sheba, who just got nominated for a Grammy for her poetry album. But what the fuck?
That just punch you in the gut the second you hear it. Then how do I make that go into something that makes people groove in the pre-hook? And then I get to this hook and I have to make people want to sway their hands at this concert. All of that is an art.
Yeah, it's cheating the game.
They aren't doing any of that. It's none of that is happening. It's going, how about you, it's rolling the dice. And then saying, here's my result that I've got with my first dice roll. Let me maybe make some edits there. And it's doing it for me. I'm all for tools. I'm all for people having proper tools. I'm all for people having opportunity where there wasn't opportunity. But it is erasing everything people put into that. What about the mixing engineers? What about the producers? What about the instrumentalists? What about the people that you call to make the cover art? And the photography has gotten us so far in music culture. We equate some of our favorite, musicians with their iconic album covers. Now you can just put me in the background of a da-da-da-da, now put me in the jungle.
Yeah. And boom.
Boom, now I'm in the jungle for my album Jungle.
Yeah, for real.
And then what about all the voices that they're using to put together? And we can't prove it.
The relatability too is just, it's not there.
Yeah. Guys, I'm seeing people in these AI artist comments saying you are anointed. Like you are so gifted from God. Well, everybody else should consider making better music. We are training this musician. Everything we've done.
It's learning from
everything we've done has trained this. That AI artist dropped a project called Unfolded. 2 weeks after I dropped Unfolded, and it is currently at the moment being talked about the most. And you're supposed to tell me I have no right to be upset. That is a computer. I'm not even mad at the girl. Let's be clear. Get it, girl. You look great, but don't ignore what you've done. And you're getting this at a time where there's no parameters, no protection for us as artists. You stole all of our voices and mixed it up. Voices that we trained for, voices we've had to lose, and finding a voice I needed surgery for.
A life you had to live.
A life I had to live, our stories.
Let's not leave out the sacrifice.
Right.
That it takes to get here.
And again, if someone is here today and they blow up overnight, I'm not going to tell a human person you didn't deserve to blow up overnight. You must have made something so incredible that you blew up overnight. I'm not going to tell them, oh, you didn't have no struggle, you didn't do this since you were 14 and have a bunch of no's and doors slammed in your face, but you were a human who made something as a human and people loved it. I'm going to respect that the same. The computer, I can't respect. I can't respect. And then it's the lying about it. It's the lie. Oh, well, I'm writing the songs and it's just singing it. That is a lie. Is a lie, and I don't want to be like the part of me asshole. I don't know if I can say that. Sorry, the asshole who is in the comments of everything, being like, "Oh no, this is just not the truth." But if we can say what it is, if we can tell the truth about it, maybe it can have its own charts. Maybe it can have its own charts. Maybe it can have its own. Let the computers duke it out.
Right.
Oh my God, I want to see which computer was better than which computer.
Best new AI artist category.
Right.
I got the.
Hell, fuck that too. You know what I'm saying? But rest assured, they gonna get this shit figured out, because I don't know if y'all heard, but recently the AI shit been dabbling in country and started trying to jump into the country charts. You know what I'm saying? Somebody did an AI country record and it jumped up. And the motherfuckers in the country industry saying, no mas, we will not go for that shit. And now, like she said, they're trying to create the AI chart, which is dumb as hell. The AI chart is the motherfucking demographics. You know what I'm saying? The analytics. Do the studio demographics. Do the sales. That's the AI shit. You know what I'm saying? Feed the statistics and come out with the fucking reports. That's what the AI is good for. Right? But let the artists be the fucking artists. Let the musicians be the musicians. Let this sacred art form be what it was intended to be, even if we got a bunch of motherfuckers parading around and masquerading like they really in with it. It's enough of that. But come on, man. So that's pretty much Kehlani's sentiment. She didn't diss the girl, by the way, the girl behind Xania Monet. She said, hey, love to you, get it. But the company that you're working with and the people who are making the algorithms to make this happen, they are unethically practicing this shit and putting it together, and you have a participation and a role in that. But she didn't outright diss you. There's so many ways that she could have really went at your motherfucking head for you to be coming out with a diss record. Are you crazy? So let's then get into Jermaine Dupri before we get to this song, and I reluctantly will be playing it. So for Jermaine Dupri, he says real singers who can really sing like Fantasia, SWV, or Luther Vandross are going to be treated better in the AI era, adding that if you can really sing, that shit is ready to be like a premium. So Jermaine Dupri didn't even, at least in this headline here, didn't diss. Now we got to play the video to hear what he says. But it sounds to me like he actually has optimism. Like, yo, even though this AI shit is on the precipice and it's here, if you can really sing, this should be your time to showcase that you can really sing, that you can really vocalize and emote musically, that you can do something that the AI can't, because you can actually switch it. You have control of your voice. You can do something sporadically in the moment that the AI cannot do. The AI can only come up with a generic version of something that already exists. And as much variation as they may try to put into that song is what it is from the time that it's created to the time it goes out. The AI can't go out and motherfucking perform, but I'm sure they're going to find a way to do it. And it's probably going to sound exactly like the goddamn recording that they created. But as a real human being, you can improvise. I'm tripping. You can improvise in the moment and say, I want to do it this way. I want to do it that way. Yeah, that's how the song go, but I'm gonna do it this way. Even in the studio, you can say, okay, I've been singing in this key for the last verse. I want to do something different here. I want to do something here. I want to do something melodically here. I want to do a 8-part harmony in the background. You know what I'm saying? And although somebody can probably put that type of prompt in, the people who really can go knock that shit out, especially if you on the quest for some real shit. A lot of people are saying that they want R&B specifically to get back to the roots and get back to pleading and yearning and all that type of shit. Why would you go to some old electronic culmination of what already exists rather than going to the true shit? I'm gonna get to JD, then we're gonna get to this weak ass diss that I ain't listened to yet.
Hey yo, so look, I'm just talking about a couple of things that I've seen since I've been back, or since I was in Africa, and I was in South Africa. Let me make sure I stop saying that, because I seen get mad because I was saying I'm in Africa, and they was like, you weren't in Africa, you were in South Africa. So I was in South Africa. I was in Johannesburg and I was in Cape Town. And when I was in Johannesburg and Cape Town, I saw a couple of things. One of the things I saw yesterday, I think it was SWV came out on the show, on Monica's show. And you know how they be saying on all these blogs, the mics was on. They motherfucking mics was on. You know what I'm saying? And the way people was responding to Coco, Lily, and Taj, it was like they never heard niggas sing before in their life. And what I started realizing was that with all this AI, let the AI come. What's about to happen is, if you really got talent and you can really sing, that's going to be like a premium. That's about to be, that shit, you all hear what I'm saying? Like, if you could really sing, if you could really sing, like Fantasia, goddamn Luther Vandross, like motherfuckers who used to really sing, if you could sing like that in this time period that we about to go in, you're about to be treated the best you have ever been treated in your life. We about to see singers get treated like the Prince of Zamunda. Like, motherfuckers gonna be acting crazy when they see a motherfucker actually sing. Yeah, like Dondria, like motherfuckers who really could sing, they are really getting ready to be treated in a way that, like, a premium. And I think I honestly believe that's the best space for music ever. We get ready to go into a space where music will really be treated like it's supposed to be treated. Yeah, Zamunda. That's where I came from, Zamunda. That's where I was at. But yeah, for sure, like for real, I'm trying to tell you, if you can really, really sing, you can hear it in the crowd. Because I guess like,
he's repeating himself, so we ain't got to keep playing it. But he's basically saying he's optimistic about it. He ain't dissed the AI. He ain't saying nothing. He just said if you can really sing, then people are gonna start treating y'all way better than they have been, right? Because for years there's been these borderline singers, auto-tune singers, people that know how to manipulate their voice in the studio and letting the engineer do the heavy lifting. So a lot of people got desensitized to the bullshit. That's why R&B has been in a rough space, but there are some people out there that are very talented who just don't have the resources and backing behind them. Very talented people out there. You see people like Leon Thomas going crazy. You see people like Odio getting a lot of play. You know, they're still out there, but it's like the sleepers of the industry. He's saying they're about to be treated like royalty. If that's true, it'll be seen in the near future. Hopefully so. But even with him saying that, I don't see where he disrespected Xania Monet or really said anything that would require a response. But again, when people are not operating out of pure intentions and real motives, right, which we already knew, they take things to a whole nother level when they feel like people are just, oh, y'all don't see where I'm coming from? All right, well, fuck everybody. You clown. Now let's get to this damn song. Got the nerve to try to diss somebody and can't even come with your real motherfucking voice. Are you crazy? A little every time you hate? Hold on, ma'am. We ain't talking to Xania. What your real name is again? Miss Talisha, a.k.a. Nikki Jones. I want to hear you go in the motherfucking booth. I want you to take these lyrics, go in the booth, sing this song. Find your producer. Find your real producer, not no motherfucking Suno. And I want to hear how many times your voice shake when you try to sing this song in real life. How dare you say this woman's voice shake every time she hate? Your voice so goddamn shaky, you can't even use it. Are you crazy? You got some motherfucking nerve. Oh, I did not expect to be respect. You're not even a real motherfucking person. Every time we say Xania Monet, we're talking about a character. Are you... What? Say your name with respect. Don't nobody even really know your real name, Miss Talisha. Say your name with respect. Oh, man. Oh, no, hell no, man. Y'all done up and done it. Oh, I found a strength you couldn't keep. Boy, and the people out there that's listening to this, bumping this shit, acting like, oh, she really going in. She going in. You need your motherfucking ass whooped too. You don't deserve to have the senses to be listening to this shit, man. There's a lot of people on the internet, you know, they be around here shit posting and just be going with anything and everything. This is why we're here today. Somebody to keep running their mouth and your mouth ain't even real. You ain't never been to the motherfucking dentist, Xania Monet. You ain't never had to brush your teeth in the morning. You ain't never had to put Carmex on your shit because your shit done dried up. How you gonna talk about somebody's mouth and you ain't even really got one? Are you fucking crazy? You ain't never chewed no motherfucking Trident out this bitch. You ain't never had no doublemint in your shit. You don't know nothing about the doublemint twins. You could look it up through your AI, but you don't know about that shit. Talking about somebody's mouth. You ain't never chewed on a cert. Talking about somebody. Oh, they pissed off though. She went 3 verses in a climate where motherfuckers don't even do a third verse. You pissed off. You been writing your ass. Oh, I'm a poetry your motherfucking ass up. You keep running your motherfucking mouth. Kehlani. How dare you discredit my motherfucking computer songs? How dare you? You know you going when you do a third verse, you got a lot on your mind. I gotta be honest, man. Ma'am, seek fucking therapy. The money you got from that record deal with that company, with will.i.am and them niggas, use that money to get therapy. You need fucking help. I'm sorry. Whatever trauma that got you here, you need to recover. This shit is out of hand, way out of line. You overstepping every boundary. Hey, dog, I ain't got no more to say. I need to get my ass up off this thing. I need to get back to my family. I would love to go in on this shit even more, but I'm running out of time. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I will catch y'all on the next one. Becoming inside on your way out. I'll see y'all in a minute, man. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I could do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to evolve and grow cause I could've